Hello and welcome to Only Connect. Now, it's unusual for me to announce who the winners are at this stage of the game, but I can now reveal it's both teams, because tonight the winners of Series 3 are going to play the winners of Series 4 in a Champion of Champions special. So they should have no trouble cracking our coded connections, because they've already proven themselves to be expert connection crackers. And in some cases, simply crackers. Let's welcome back on my right, the Epicureans from Series 4. David Brewis, a chemistry teacher who has 3 chickens named after motorway service stations. Who doesn't? Aaron Bell, a politics, philosophy and economics graduate who sets the odds for a leading internet bookmaker. And their captain, Katie Bramall-Stainer, a UCL graduate who works as a GP partner and lives in St Albans. Katie, the Epicureans triumphed in Series 4, but how do you feel about taking on the Gamblers?
Well, do you know, we were saying earlier, we remember watching the Gamblers when we were children on television, and we've followed their progress, and, do you know, it just feels we're so honoured and privileged to be in the same studio, let alone facing them in a quiz, so we already feel like winners. That's
absolutely heartwarming, complimentary from start to finish. So let's go and meet those old guys. On my left, the Series 3 champions, it's the Gamblers. Jenny Ryan, a law graduate who enjoys playing poker and bingo. Alan Gibbs, an analytical scientist who first bet on the Grand National aged 5 and has been a committed gambler ever since. And their captain, Dave Bill, a former bookmaker with a passion for horse racing, roulette and blackjack. They are the Gamblers. Dave, it's a while since you guys have been in the Only Connect studio, though possibly not as long as your boxing-style opponent suggests, but are you feeling rusty?
Rusty, yeah. Tired, yeah. We might as well get the excuses over with, but no, we're looking forward to it.
Well, I am too, so let's press on with the quiz. I'm sure you all remember how round 1 works. I simply want to know what's the connection between 4 apparently random clues. The Epicureans won the toss, but they've elected to put the Gamblers in first. So, Dave, please select your Egyptian hieroglyph.
2 reeds, please.
2 reeds? OK, your first clue is coming up now.
It's a code number on something.
The classifications of ships or... Next, please.
These are car number plates from FF8282. It's on
James Bond cars. That'd be 007.
Chitty
Chitty Bang Bang and
shoot.
Next, please.
C33. Can't recognise them.
10 seconds.
Next, please.
Prisoner numbers.
They are famous prisoner numbers.
Now, why did you suddenly have a light bulb go off in the last clue?
A certain Mr Nelson Mandela at the end of the
the name
way.
of his charity for 666-4.
That is Nelson Mandela's prison number. They are all the prison numbers of famous people, the others being B33920 Charles Manson, then Jeffrey Archer. And Oscar Wilde.
Oscar Wilde
Is C33. Yeah. But very well done for a point. And over to you, Epicureans, to pick a hieroglyph.
Twisted flax, please.
The twisted flax. First clue coming up now.
Next. Mary Portas is Queen of Shops. So, Mary Portas, what else is about Mary Portas? I think we need to go next.
Yeah, one more.
Next. Alan Cumming. Oh, he's played a Bond villain, he's played loads of things, hasn't he? What's so interesting about Nero? He fiddled while wearing Burns. I think we need to go next, because I don't know. Next. Elton John. Middle name Hercules.
10 seconds.
Could be me.
Mary Portas. I think I know.
So, go for it. We haven't got a clue.
Are all civilly partnered following a heterosexual marriage?
You are absolutely right. Yes, Nero didn't just fiddle, he fiddled with everybody. They've all been through formal partnership services with both a man and a woman. Marriages to both sexes. Very well done for the point. Over to you, Gamblers, to pick a hieroglyph.
Horned viper, please.
Horned viper. These are going to be picture clues. What's the connection? Time starts now.
I don't know which house that is. No.
Next, please.
That's Neuschwanstein, isn't it?
Are they all...
Castles that are birthplaces of monarchs, or could that be...
Built as, like, follies for...
Next, please.
I've no idea what that is.
That's bad. Oh, are they all built... Copies of them are built somewhere else? Because it's not...
Las Vegas.
10 seconds.
No.
Next, please.
Unfinished. Unfinished, that's a grab familiar.
Yeah. They were all unfinished buildings.
It's all about inspiration in the last clue for you, isn't it? They are all unfinished buildings. So you recognise the last one?
Sagrada Familia in Barcelona.
And you don't know any of the others?
Is that Neuschwanstein Castle in Bavaria?
Yes, it is. The first one is Woodchester Mansion. That's a sort of Victorian Gothic thing that was abandoned at some stage. And I'd have thought a more famous one at number 3, National Monument in Edinburgh. Okay. They are all unfinished buildings. Well done. Epicureans, your turn.
Water, please.
Water? It's the music or sound question. First one coming up now.
Next.
It's kind of a bad company. It's a suggestion. They give their names to other bands.
Yeah. Next. Yeah, it could be, couldn't it?
10 seconds.
Stone. So go for it.
It's not a sequence, it's just there are other bands.
Songs that give their names to other bands.
They mention
So mention other bands' names in the song.
The title of the song is the name of another band.
So we've got, Bad Company, the band Bad Company. Might have been Papa was a Rolling Stone, the Rolling Stones.
It was, but
I'm afraid that is not the answer. So I'm going to play a little snatch of the fourth piece to the gamblers.
Is it the actual title and the band are the same?
That's what I said.
OK.
Is it the actual title and the band are the same in the same excerpts?
That's what it is. You're close. It is about names, but what we heard was the song Iron Maiden from the album Iron Maiden by Iron Maiden, Bad Company by Bad Company from the album Bad Company, Kool and the Gang, Kool and the Gang, Kool and the Gang, and New Kids on the Block, their lovely song New Kids on the Block from their album New Kids on the Block. So they are eponymous songs from those albums by those bands. Well done for the bonus. And you may now choose your own hieroglyph.
The Eye of Horus, please.
Eye of Horus, first clue coming up now.
They were shortened to the band name Chicago.
Yeah.
Chicago Transitata to became the band Chicago.
Do you want to go?
Let's take. I want to take the next one.
I'd love to have a go.
I'm going to go for it.
I'd love to
Are
have
you?
a go. They'll, yeah.
Okay.
Well, you can
They were all shortened to give band names, such as Chicago Transit Authority became the band Chicago.
I'm afraid that's not the answer. I like your gambling style coming in after the one clue, but that's not it. So I'm actually going to show the other 3 clues to the Epicureans for a possible bonus.
Liberty.
they had to change their name because they had a
Okay,
clash with something else.
I'm going to nominate Aaron to give us the answer.
They had to change their names because they had a clash with another acronym or name that was the same.
That's what it is. They all changed their names because of legal disputes. Sadly for you gamblers, not all bands. The Chicago Transit Authority became Chicago. The band Liberty became Liberty X. Gmail had to be Google Mail for a while. And the World Wrestling Federation, why did that change its name?
Wildlife
Worldwide Fund for
Worldwide Fund for Nature.
Yeah.
Didn't want people confusing their lovely saving of animals with big sweaty wrestlers. So you get the bonus point, Epicureans, and you're now going to get the last question, the lion. Your first clue is coming up now.
Next.
Things that acquired their names from places.
Yeah, they did.
Because
Okay.
Marathon Bar.
It's obvious. Yeah, Hamburger.
It's obvious.
Hamburger.
There's a bit, let's
Next. Alcoholic. Ooh, odd. Should we go next? I don't really...
I think so, yeah.
Next. Watergate. It's a Watergate Hotel. No. Watergate. Is it something to do with the word?
10 seconds.
Were they all known as something else previously, like Spotted Knight, or they changed their name to something else?
2 seconds.
Were they all known as something else previously but had to change their name because it was trademarked?
What do you think the chances are that the answer would be the same for 2 questions in a row?
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's not that. That was the last one. I feel I'm trapped in that old Two Ronnies sketch where they ask the mastermind question and then the answer's 1 round late. That's not it. So there's a possible bonus for you gamblers.
I'm going to pass you on to Jen, because I think we've...
I think these were all the original names for things that have inspired other names. So every scandal is now called Watergate. The second part's always been taken. So.
Something gate.
Yeah, something gate. Yeah, chocoholic,
something
shopaholic
burger,
from alcoholic.
something a-thon.
Cheeseburger. chicken burger from hamburger.
The second part is what I wanted to hear. I think you're struggling for the exact phrase. They are origins of generic suffixes. So marathon becomes
Tip of my tongue.
dance-a-thon, telethon, cheeseburger. A cheeseburger. Chocoholic, workaholic, something gate. They gave the second parts of their names to generic words. Very well done. So, at the end of round 1 then, the Epicureans have got 2 points, but at the moment our series 3 champions are ahead with 4. Round 2 is all about sequences. There are still 4 clues, but this time they come in a sequence, and the teams may not see the 4th, because that's the answer to the question. They may see 1, 2 or 3 clues before having a go. Gamblers, you'll be going first again, so please choose a question.
2 reads, please.
2 reads again. OK, the first in a sequence is coming up. What's 4th? Starting now.
Opera.
Next,
web
please.
browsers. These are capes, cloaks. I don't know though. No,
This
that can't,
sequence.
that can't be a
Next, please.
sequence. Matinee.
Are they pianos?
Princess. Yeah, they could be. Yeah, they're types of
Are they
pianos.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah,
There's
there's definitely a matinee piano.
Is
It's
it?
going to be it's probably going to be a grand piano. Then.
Is it going to be baby?
10 seconds.
I don't know if
I'm happy to
baby
go.
grand.
I'm happy to give it a go.
I think baby grand's probably smaller.
Okay. Grand.
I'm afraid not. You're miles away. Epicureans, do you want to have a go?
Baby grand.
No. This is a pretty tricky one. It's to do with necklaces. They are the lengths of necklaces getting shorter, and next in a sequence would be choker. Choker is the answer. No points there then. Epicureans, please choose a squiggle.
Horned viper, please.
Horned viper. These are going to be picture clues. What would you expect to see in the 4th picture? The time starts now.
Next.
Next. Sun, sunset. Next. Is that a stone?
Pebbles.
Oh, is it?
So what we've got? We've got splash and draw.
Sunset.
Should we go one more? No, we can't.
No, we can't.
Oh,
It's a
sorry, it's a
sequence.
sequence. Sorry.
Pebble. Hang on, we think. Sun. Stone.
It could be sunset, it could be sunrise, it could be sun, it could be dawn.
5 seconds.
Dawn, pebble. No, moon. Just don't know.
Moon.
No, that is absolutely not the answer I'm looking for. So, over to you, gamblers, for a possible bonus.
We got nothing.
No.
Yes, I'm not surprised. This might be the hardest question I've ever seen on an episode of this. Now, what if I talk you through the Greek words for what you're looking at? See if that helps. Hydor, Helios, the sun,
First two
elements.
Lithos, the
Lithos.
stone. They are the etymologies of the first 4 chemical elements in the periodic table, and last would be
Beryl.
That's tough.
beryl, beryllium. So it is the Greek words for those gave their names to elements. Very, very tricky question. Don't feel bad that you didn't get points. It's not that you've lost your touch. Or is it? Gamblers, please pick a question.
I'm scared now. Eye of Horus.
The Eye of Horus.
Watch.
First in a sequence coming up now.
Trochlea. No. Yeah, it's got to be medical.
Yeah. Next, please.
Ocular motor. So it's so is it sensory systems, ocular motor, is it on nerves or something like that?
Next, please.
To cochlea or
That's having to do with the ears.
trochlea. With that.
Oh, it's nerves. It's length of nerves.
Yeah.
As long as it's what it's sciatic.
Sciatic.
Okay,
All right.
10 seconds.
One equals sciatic.
1 does not equal sciatic. So I'm going to go over to the Epicureans for a possible bonus.
1 equals olfactory.
You're a doctor, Katie. You explain why that's the answer.
These are the cranial nerves in descending order from 4 through to 1.
Cranial nerves going backwards, actually 1 olfactory. I think if it was in length, that's not what the sequence would be. Going back, olfactory nerve. So, Epicureans, please choose your own question.
Water, please.
Water, first in a sequence coming up now.
Next.
Yes, okay, so should we go next?
Next.
That's not something like that. Yeah.
Modern printing.
No, I think Aaron's close to...
What do you think it is?
Industrial, that's the next, but he's not the agricultural, is it?
Yeah. Is it on the printing?
Well, it's
10 seconds.
I'll try and say industry.
Cities. No. Industrial? Industry?
Why? What do you mean by that?
Sort of
Stages of human development.
stages that people
Development.
started off, well, they were hunter-gatherers, then they sort of
learnt
had
to-
a few animals, then they had proper farms,
they
then they
farmed.
went into sort of commerce and industry after that.
Well, then I'll accept it. These are Adam Smith's stages of development in The Wealth of Nations. I was looking for commerce, but if by industry you mean beginning the process of trading and selling, as you explained, that would be correct. Well done. Back to you then, gamblers.
Twisted flax, please.
OK, first in a sequence coming up. What's fourth? Time starts now.
Charles Montgomery Burns.
Yeah, next, please. American state capital. What's the last five?
No.
Alabama, Alaska.
Alabama, Alaska. So it's Arizona, Arkansas, Arizona, is it?
We're gonna next,
Arizona,
please.
Arkansas.
So
Phoenix,
that's
Arizona.
Little Rock, Arkansas.
Little Rock.
It's got to be
Little Rock.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll just, it's got to be Little Rock.
Is that next? Harry.
Harry.
gotta be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Little Rock.
You're absolutely right. These are the capitals of the first 4 American states in alphabetical order. Very well done. You've got the points there. Epicureans, that leaves Lion for you. First in a sequence coming up now.
104. F3.
Next.
It's opening chess, so I'm going to need the next one, then we're going to work it out.
Next one. Should we next?
Yeah.
Next.
Something like that. So we go N.
Think carefully, you've got to.
Can we go NF6? See the percentage on the top of the board. Try NF6.
F6.
Yeah, it's 404 NF6.
404 colon NF6.
I'm afraid that's not the answer, so there's a possible bonus for the gamblers.
Should have got it.
It's 404 QH4.
Yes, it is. You're absolutely right. And I'll explain why, Epicureans, because I like a man who says there are moves in chess. If we saw the next one, we could work it out. That's the kind of thinking I like. But it's got to be a sequence and an exact sequence.
Yeah, we don't know which one it is.
It can't be one of a selection of moves,
No.
obviously. There's a choice. This is specifically the set in what they call Fool's Mate, when a game of chess finishes in 4 moves.
Yes.
So, of course, there's all sorts of moves that could be made for, but for it to be Fool's Mate, it must be Queen to H4. So well done, gamblers, for the bonus. And that means at the end of round 2, the Epicureans have got 5 points, but the gamblers are ahead with 7. Round 3 is the connecting wall. 16 clues to be sorted into 4 connected groups of 4. Epicureans, it's going to be your turn to go first, so please choose lion or water.
Water, please.
Water, OK. You have got 2.5 minutes to solve that wall. The time's starting now.
Lucky things, rabbit's
Yes.
foot, chimney sweep,
7.
and
a lucky
ladybird.
Ladybird. Well done. What's an OG? Is it like an apogee? What is it?
OG.
Proscenium
Can't
arch.
remember.
Norman arch.
Oh, hang on, these are types of window. Pointed lancet, I think Oggi.
Okay.
And try Norman pointed lancet Oggi, and then put proscenium in if necessary. OK, they're types of window.
We've only got 3 lines.
proscenium.
Okay.
OK, right.
Proscenium is also kind of theatre, arena, kind of theatre, everyman theatre.
Arena, omnibus, horizon, everyman.
and
are
everyman
wait,
are-
wait,
No,
wait,
no,
wait,
no,
wait.
I'm not gonna do
Are
it.
definitely documentary series.
Factual-based documentary
I don't think
programmes.
any of the others are, so
Imagine
what are we left
first
with?
black-
So what are we left with? We're left
What's
with
the proscenium?
Proscenium is an arch. It's
Proscenium
the
arch
arch
and
at the
theatre,
front of a
a
stage in a
stage.
theatre box.
So it's the
Imagine
thrust. The thrust is to do with the
thrust.
stage.
Oh, they're all stage. A thrust
Stage.
is, yeah, black box
Box.
probably is.
What
I'd
is it?
imagine.
What to do with the
I
theatre?
don't know.
No.
It might be.
There's never-
Imaginary theatre? Really?
No, I'm not sure about that.
Why is thrust to do with the theatre?
Oh, actually, Everyman is a theatre, so it could be. But
It is the Everyman
but I
Theatre,
doubt there's
but-
Is
another
there a-
documentary there.
So Imagine's a documentary series as well.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Really?
Yes,
Okay,
it is, because it's
okay,
with Alan
okay.
Yentop.
Black box.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so I would go for Imagine, and these are theatre.
Okay, leave us time to try the combinations with the last
So
Yeah.
I go for Imagine now, and
Okay.
see if it's right. Right.
Okay.
So-
no, try
No,
it.
then with every man.
Try it with every man.
Yeah.
Two
And then we have to have a
lives.
think if we're wrong here. aren't we?
Yes.
You've got a minute left.
Dear me.
A minute and 1 life.
Right. Okay.
So,
Could it be thrust or black box?
could it be Imagine Every Man Omnibus Arena? Oh, yeah. So I think it still could be Horizon.
The horizon could be part of the theatre,
Yeah.
couldn't it?
So
Imagine
Oh, the
it.
arena is
Imagine
part
and
of
Every
the
Man. We know are
theatre. Okay.
documentaries. So let's try different ones of them.
Omnibus is-
Omnibus. We've got
Omnibus
one
is
life
unlikely
left,
to be
haven't
Yeah,
we?
the arena is part of the theatre as well. isn't
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
This is your final life.
Oh dear.
So should we go? Have we done that with horizon?
No, we haven't done these with either of these two. So
Okay, should we go in with
I
arena or horizon? Horizon.
I would probably go
go
with
with Horizon
Horizon.
and Arena for the theatre. Let's hope that.
There you go. Seem to have done it. You've solved the wall, so that's 4 points immediately. What about some extra points for the connections?
Lucky.
Yes. so-
7, chimney sweep, ladybird, rabbit's foot.
Lucky.
They're all things that are thought to be lucky. Norman, pointed, lancet, OG.
Bruce, you got this one.
They're types of archers, usually at the top of windows, but
Types of arch. There's simply types of arch. Very well done. Imagine, omnibus, everyman, horizon.
Factual-based television programmes,
Documentary
documentaries.
Documentaries, as they're commonly known. BBC documentary series, that's right. And one that you struggled with, thrust, black box, proscenium, arena.
Theatre.
Things in a
Theatrics.
theatre.
In
Need you
the
to be a bit more
theatre.
specific.
Around the
Parts of the
stage.
stage.
Stages, quite right. There are ways in which theatre stages can be arranged. So with that, you get those 4 points for the connections. You get a bonus 2 points for getting it all correct. That has a maximum of 10 points. Let's bring in the gamblers and see what they can do with their connecting wall. They've got the other wall, the lion. 16 new clues, still need sorting into 4 connected groups of 4. OK, gamblers, you've got 2.5 minutes to solve this, starting now.
Right.
Mushrooms.
Mushrooms, yeah.
Portobello,
Oyster,
magic.
portobello, magic, and
Portobello, magic. You've got New
Button.
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 You've got
Yes.
New South Wales,
Yeah.
New Scotland Yard, New Covent
Covent
Garden,
Garden.
New Smithfield,
New York.
New York.
New
maybe.
York.
Don't
Yeah.
could be New Smithfield.
New. Well, there's also
New Brunswick.
markets. There's London markets there. Borough,
Yeah, London Market.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Smithfield,
Covent Garden.
Borough.
and
Greenwich.
Greenwich, yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Now remember, it's just 3 lives.
So
with
it's
2
New
groups.
South Wales,
And
it's New
Formula One
Brunswick,
drivers.
Racing drivers.
it's New York, and it's Scotland Yard, and it's Formula One drivers.
Right.
Yeah, so you've
Oh,
got
that's a great show.
Graham Hunt.
Nigel
not Graham
Mansell.
Hunt.
Oh,
James.
James Hunt. Graham Hunt. Right, Graham Hilt. Graham
Graham
Hilt.
Hunt, Graham
Oh,
Hill.
Damon Hill.
Yeah.
Oh, Damon Hill, Jim Clark.
Are they all champions? Are they all?
I don't
The
know.
Formula One
Formula
World
One
Champions
World
team. Yeah,
Champions.
Jameson certainly was. Mansell was. Yeah.
Just don't wanna get it not to be so
Phil
specific.
Hill was a world champion.
Phil,
Yeah.
right, so what are we going for the new? New Scotland Yard,
Yeah.
New South Wales.
Yeah.
I've used a minute.
New York.
So,
There isn't a York
No.
racing driver, is there?
No, I don't
No,
think so.
I don't. No,
Not a there's New.
there's not. And there's not a Brunswick. It's got. It's
I'm
got
just
to
worried
be.
about the connections not being specific.
No, no.
think we're
but
all
I think we're
Yeah.
okay.
We're going?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right.
New Brunswick.
I'm gonna be in trouble if it's not right.
There you go. You've solved the wall. Very well done. Familiar feeling, as I say. You get 4 points for the groups you found. What about the connections now? Oyster, button, magic, portobello.
Mushrooms.
Mushrooms.
They're simply mushrooms. Borough, Greenwich, Covent Garden, Smithfield.
Markets found in London.
They're markets in London. Absolutely right. Scotland Yard, South Wales, York, Brunswick.
They're all prefixed with new.
They're simply, you can put new in front of them. New Scotland Yard, New South Wales, New York. And where's New Brunswick?
Canada.
Canadian
In
province.
Canada, the Canadian province. And the last group, Hill, Hunt, Clark, Mansell.
Formula One World Champions.
They're all British Formula One champions. There you are. So you get 4 points for the groups, 4 points for the connections, a bonus of 2 for getting it all right. That's a maximum of 10. Let's see how the scores are as we go into the final round. The Epicureans have got 15 points, but the gamblers are ahead with 17. Very close then. Everything to play for in round 4. Are you confident you've still got the knack with the fingers on buzzers over there,
I'm
gamblers?
going to have to try.
Yeah, I hope
Shaking
you're-
already.
I hope they haven't got stale in the intervening period. This you will remember as the missing vowels round. Out come the vowels, together go the consonants. I want to know what are our hidden or disguised clues. They're going to come in connected batches of 4. I'll tell you those connections up front. And of course, if you hesitate after buzzing in or a single letter is out of place, you will lose a point and it goes over to the other team for the bonus. Fingers on buzzers then. The first category are all traditional board games. Epicureans.
Nine Men's Morris.
Correct. Epicureans.
Fox and dog.
I'm afraid that's a lost point. Possible bonus for the gamblers.
Fox and geese.
Fox and geese. You'd have needed 2 Ds for dogs. Next clue. Epicureans.
Lightning chess.
Correct. Gamblers.
Halma.
Yes, it is. Next category. Comedians' names merged with artists. Gamblers.
Larry Grayson Perry.
Yes, as in Larry Grayson and Grayson Perry. Next clue. Epicureans.
Lenny Henry Moore.
Yes, it is. Epicureans.
Steve Martin Card.
I'm afraid that's not the answer, gamblers.
Steve Martin Creed.
Yes, the artist Martin Creed, who won the Turner Prize in 2001. Next clue. Epicureans.
Mark Thomas Gainsborough.
Correct. Next category, figures of speech. Epicureans.
Rhetorical question.
Correct. Epicureans.
Apostrophe.
Correct. Epicureans.
Analogy.
Correct. Epicureans.
Malapropism.
Correct. Next category, parts of the human heart. Gamblers.
Aorta.
Yes. Epicureans.
Cardiac muscle.
Yes. Epicureans.
Tricuspid valve.
Yes. Epicureans.
Left atrium.
Yes, it is. Next category, bottles. Epicureans.
Decanter.
Correct. Epicureans.
Ampulla.
Yes, it is. Epicureans.
Vinaigrette.
Yes. Epicureans.
Demijohn.
Yes, it is. Next category, musical instructions. Epicureans.
Adagio.
Correct. Epicureans.
No,
Too long, I'm afraid you lose a point. Possible bonus, gamblers. It's Dalsenio. Next clue. That last one was going to be piano or piano, but that is the end of the quiz. And in second place with 22 points, it's the gamblers. But the winners and new champion of champions with 28 points, it's the Epicureans. Amazing recovery. You dropped points in that round and then picked them up. That's very unlucky for you gamblers, but you've still got your brilliant Series 3 victory to keep you warm. Very well done to you, Epicureans. You're the new champion of champions. We were hoping to have you stay on and immediately play the crossworders, our other champion of champions. Unfortunately, the crossworders have now evolved so highly that they no longer communicate through speech, thus rendering them useless for television. These things happen. Goodbye.
Coming up next this evening, we're heading to the States and America's dirty South with Rich Hall. And then at 10:30, Storyville heads to the jungle to uncover the secrets of the tribe.